Okay, I believe I have this at least working for one timer here. What I did was I took a spare Arduino Uno here and wired it up on the breadboard. I uploaded the PDT-3 Arduino sketch with some modifications to be able to read off this little Hall effect sensor here. And I have a magnet. The magnet's mounted into a wheel. In the actual machine, the magnet will be mounted to the flywheel of the machine, not the wheel, so you'd use regular wheels, not, you don't have to glue a magnet into them. On this little breadboard here, this yellow wire simulates the gate switch, so when you ground it, that'll do the same thing as dropping the gate without having to have it all hooked to the track. So basically, if you take this and ground it, you'll see it goes into racing mode. If I take this and pass it back here, I've got it set up for 5 passes just to make it quick. You do your 5 passes, it shows it's finished, it records the time for you. I've got a place over here that I can record my notes. You can save it in separate sessions if you want, and then the files themselves down here, you can separate out files, whether you want to do it by wheel weight or by lubricant or whatever you want to do. And I added a deal so when you hit the reset button, it also resets the count. So then you can start and go again. You don't have to do anything else. It works just as if you were racing down a track. So every time you can hit the reset and just keep going, and just depending on how fast it spins that timer. I think when I set this up, I'm going to have it set up so that I get one time basically when the weight comes to the end of the string, and I'll do another time after 50 revolutions, which will put me at the end of the 42-foot track. I'm not really sure how many revolutions it goes. I haven't worked that out yet, but I would like to have a automatic shut off as close to the end as possible, and then the actual end where it stops I'll do with a manual handheld switch, so I can eyeball that and just let off at the end. But I want to stretch out those automatic times where I'm not the one involved, just the timer will do it, and try and keep that as accurate as possible. And I think this is actually going to work pretty good. All I have to do now is transfer the circuit over to the tester and wire it up. And basically I need to add 5 transistors and a little bit of wiring, and just enlarge the code. I only put the code in to just do one lane, so I'll need to add that to do the extra timers, and it should work out pretty good.